How big do you think in the first half of the game, just the amount of times you were turning or pulling the trigger?
I feel like stops just change the momentum of the game. Like when we're getting stops, it just brings everything towards Toledo. Like give everything thumbs up for us. I feel like when we get stops in the game, it just makes the other team, deteriorate a little bit, but it just gives us a big boost.
You've had two very efficient offensive talking to you personally the last 2 games. Do you feel like you are just like 100% the rust is gone and you're just kind of the old human?
Not exactly, but I feel like, every game I'm getting a step better and just getting closer to where I want to be, just takes time to get there.
What was the celebration like for you when they were celebrating Sammy?
Before she even got her 1,000 points, I'm like, congratulations, Sammy, at the free throw line. And she's like, Q, I gotta make the free throw first. But I already knew she was gonna make it, so I'm just, congratulations. I'm really excited for her. Congratulations, that's a big accomplishment.
So be a liar. How big in the first half, the amount of times you turned it over and how frequently you guys scored on that? How critical was that now?
Our game plan was kind of just to disrupt their offense a little bit because they're a great offensive team. Those 3 guards averaged quite a bit of points. So I thought by us just turning them over, it eliminated kind of their momentum, and then we were hoping if they didn't have as great of plays on offense, their defense would lack a little bit, and I thought we got going on their turnovers.
Do you feel like you guys are getting into a little bit of the groove now? Kind of on both ends of the court?
I would say both ends of the court, most definitely. I think defensively we've been picking it up a little bit, but it's been good to see everybody kind of put the ball in the net. I think we've averaged, 4 in double figures tonight, and then against Akron we had 4 as well. So when we're clicking and 4 or 5 of us are averaging double-digit figures, I think we're going to be a tough team to beat.
What do you think that you guys can finish tonight? Outscored them 21-4, and Soleil.
I was going to say, did Soleil miss?
She had 8 points in the second quarter.
Soleil's been playing big minutes for us. I think she's doing a good job filling that role from last year that we had off the bench. But she's been coming in and just making stuff happen. She's been hitting really big shots, and I think she's been doing a really good job for us.
What did that celebration of Sammy mean to you as a team?
I love Sammy, man. She works so hard, so it was good to kind of see her reach such a great milestone. But I was telling the fans to, don't put the signs up yet. She's not there yet. It adds a little bit more pressure. But she handled that pressure well and hit those free throws, so I was really excited for her.
Yes, we were able to get one of the best players last time foul trouble early on. I think that really changed the game there in that first half. For how thin of a lineup BG has, was that maybe trying to wear them down with your depth, get them in foul trouble? Was that maybe something you guys wanted to try to take advantage of this game?
Yeah, that was definitely something that was in our game plan. We knew they had kind of a shorter bench due to injuries, so that was kind of our game plan: attack Velasco and Porter, and I thought we did a good job getting both of them out.
How much, you and Q have kind of headliners during this run for you guys in the past couple years. How much is Kira next to what you guys have achieved?
Kira does all the dirty work. I mean, she's guarding the best player every single night, every single game. It never changes. She's always on their number 1. And that kind of changes the whole element of everything. Q's not having to score a bunch of points and play defense on the best players. Same for me. But Kira also adds a different element. She bangs in the post with the guards all the time, so it brings a lot of mismatches as well. And I think she's been a good job hitting spot 3s this year as well.
The main reason you guys don't lose at home is because you're really good, but I think it's been more than 2 years since you guys lost in that home game, which is crazy. What is it about just playing for that? It's just different.
I think we got to protect it. Coach Culp does a really good job getting fans here. So when they come here, the atmosphere is just, one, you don't want to play in it as the opposing team, but we love playing in it. One of our main things was from the beginning get the fans involved, and I thought we did a good job getting them rolling.
BG pulled within 7 there a few times in that fourth quarter. Was there any kind of panic or anything within the team, or how are you guys able to just kind of weather battles? Because things are obviously going their way for them.
I don't think we panicked. It was hard to find ways to play defense without fouling since they were blowing the whistle a lot. So I just kept telling everybody to play straight up. Don't do anything stupid. Because they're blowing the whistle. But they did a good job hitting free throws to help them kind of crawl back into it.
Just curious, you're a player, so you're on the court and everything. When you do play in front of a big crowd on the road, does it get to a player?
Me, no. I think it's kind of fun. It brings an element to basketball that you love. But I know with our fans, how they chirp, it makes the opposing team feel a little bit more.
really proud of our kids for getting this victory. Good game between two quality teams. You know, the one thing that you can always count on with this rivalry is it's always the most attended women's basketball game in the MAC every single year, because we both have storied programs with strong winning traditions, and it's a lot of fun. I love this rivalry. I think we did a nice job in a very physical game in the first half, and then a nice job with a very tightly called game in the second half of finding a way to win. But I do want to say, you know, Porter's a handful. She's really, really good. She's so strong on the block, and it felt a little bit better when she fouled out because she's a bucket. She does a nice job sealing, and then I have a lot of respect for Amy Velasco and what she brings to their program, and it certainly helped us when she fouled out, but she brings a lot of energy. I think to me, she's the glue of that team. She's the little energizing bunny that does it all, and I just have a lot of respect for her ability to score, create opportunities for other people, and just her heart she pours into the game. I think her teammates feed off of that. But I was really, really proud of Soleil Barnes for coming off the bench and giving us a spark when we needed it in the second half, when we got in a little bit of foul trouble. And I thought Sophia Wired and Quenisha Lockett played it really well today.
Overall, do you feel like you guys are fairly, playing consistent, starting to play your basketball?
I think we're finally getting there. I think it was tough. Q went from 0 in 3.5 weeks to us expecting her to be the Quenisha Lockett she was before that. That's hard. I feel like every game I just put my arm around her and told her, I thought every game I start to see more and more of her coming back. Tonight she hit a 3. She at first it was, I got to make a layup. Secondly, it was the pull-up coming back. And now she's able to step up and has the legs to shoot the 3 just to get back in shape. And as she said, get my mind right. It's having to think the game when you're tired is hard. And I feel like she's finally getting herself into shape where she can play the way that she wants to on both ends of the floor. And that helps our team be better. I think it takes a load off some other kids that were having to really play a lot of minutes when she wasn't there.
Did Nan have some threes in that?
Yeah.
Today she had 2.
Yeah.
How much does that kind of push in your offense?
Well, what's nice when Nan's in is she really stretches the offense, and that allows us opportunities to post up our guards. It really makes the other team think about their ball screen coverage, because if our point guard or our wing can come off a ball screen and draw 2 defenders in the paint, then that kickback's always open. And Nan's pretty lethal in transition. If you don't guard her and we're coming down the floor, we can pitch back to her for 3s. And sometimes even off an offensive rebound, if we kick it out to her. I just think she's dangerous because she stretches the floor and does really good things for us in that respect. She's very, very skilled.
Same thing I asked. So, very cute, all the coaching kind of on and off the court.
Yeah.
But here, she's a 2-time all-defensive team. She's always guarding the best player.
Yep.
She's had some good offensive moments as well. She's how critical
I love Kyrgios. I think, again, her heart and desire to play defense and do things that don't always get the accolades, but yet brings it every single game. It hurt us when she was in foul trouble. And it showed you how valuable she is, because I waited to put her back in for a long time because I just didn't want to lose her. She's too valuable. And to have her and Q in foul trouble was a little tough, and then we rolled the dice late. But I think even, you look at last game, she had 6 assists at Kent State. Tonight she made a beautiful assist down to the low post. I think her offense is really getting a lot better, and she doesn't get enough credit for that. But I do think her defense really energizes everybody else, and her willingness to step up and guard the toughest assignment every single game.
What do you think of the way, she defended well after too? She obviously was coming off the game where someone's scored 47 points.
Yeah.
So just kind of to flush that and
She's mentally tough. That's not going to bother her. I should share with her what Juju Watkins did last night. I think at one point in the Stanford game, she had 40 and Stanford had 39. There's some prolific scorers, and our league just happens to have one in Watkins. I think she's unbelievable, and she's going to have nights like that. And then she's going to have some nights where things don't fall. Unfortunately, that was at our place. But the big thing is, I think Kira's mentally tough enough to realize that we won anyway. And that's all that matters at the end of the book. And she's got to flush that and just come back, because she brings so much for us.
With Sammy's story, especially being almost a later addition to the Rockets,
Yeah.
When she was being recruited, is there an added specialness with her hitting this milestone, especially the way that Lindsay Arena also rallies around her being a local kid?
I think when you heard the cheers, you know how much this community appreciates her and one of their own, right? So we were thrilled Sammy came here because at the time she first came here, we didn't have a scholarship. And then luckily for her, we had a kid transfer out and we gave that scholarship to her, and it's been smooth sailing for her ever since. She started every game she's played for me and had earned it. I mean, that kid works harder than anyone and doesn't care if she gets any accolades. She's the epitome of blue-collar gold standard of what we talk about. She's so unselfish. She's a joy to coach. And I'm thrilled for her that she finally reached 1,000 points because I've been wanting her to shoot more for a long time.
I know, I mean, basketball is different from football.
Yeah.
You guys play twice a year.
Yeah.
But ruin the season.
Yeah.
How much you savor being goal?
How much do I want?
Do you savor being goal?
You know, I think tonight, and then I think tomorrow we get up and dust ourselves off, and it's over. Because I know that they'll be prepared for us when we go to their place. I don't think you can gloat on that. They've got a really good team, and I thought we were fortunate to get some people in foul trouble today, but you never know. You never know how the game's going to be called, right? And I think we found that when we went to BG last year. It was called really different. I think they called 8 charges on us down there, and then the very next game, I don't know if they called any. So you don't know how the game's going to be called, and I think the important thing is that you just control what you can. I think both teams had to figure that out tonight. Control what you can because both halves were called differently, and that's okay. That happens. But I just think if you got to be mentally tough to go through a game and just take care of the things you can control.
Sure, you just real quick, go back 2 years ago, lost Ohio at home. If somebody told me that night that you guys would go more than 2 years without losing back home, what would you say? I know you guys are good, but that's pretty crazy.
I love the mental toughness that our kids have and the pride they show when they play in this building. We try to remind them every game, hey, these people gave up their money to buy tickets to support you. And let's go out there and let's inspire them. And let's also take great pride in where we play because not everybody has this fan base. There's only, 30 schools in the country that are doing what we're doing. And that's unreal. When you think of the budgets and the marketing that some of these BCS programs are putting out every year to put people in the stands, and still we have more with a limited staffing and limited budget for that area. I think that speaks a lot to the community we have here. They love sports. They support women's sports, which makes our job a lot of fun and make you excited to walk in that arena every single day. But we do take great pride in that because we know we have something that not a lot of people have, and we treasure it.